I remember the first time I met her. Told myself I could get her. Told myself she was the one for me. So I walked myself over to meet her. Her body felt light as a feather. But now I'm finally close enough to see. Howdy music lovers, Tom from Blakgraz here. That is my song Be Easy. That's one of my older ones. And today we're going to be talking about the competition between my road manager and I and social media. Let's get to it. Howdy music lovers, Tom from Blakgraz. Today I'm going to be talking about a little friendly competition I'm having with my road manager. But before I do, I want to give a big shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Dave Pendergraft, JD Southside Music on the south side of San Antonio. Make sure you stop down there and tell them that Tom and Martha from Blakgraz said hey. And he will give you the best deal you could ever find, ever, anywhere in the world, guaranteed. Shoot! Dave Pendergraft.
That's right.
You know that's right. Also, I'd like to say howdy to Vaughn Shannon from Custom Build Guitars. This is Stella. She's the one of one. And she is the one that I played again after he did a little bit of refinement this last weekend. And oh my gosh, does it play incredible. I mean, I was impressed with this guitar before, and now she is out of control. Oh, so nice. So that song that I started with also is called Be Easy. It's actually a very, very old song for me, and I wrote it for my beautiful lady. It was one of the first songs I ever wrote for her, actually. We had a thing kind of going where she used to tease me, well, you got to write a song for every year we've been together, sweetie. Well, we've been together for 23 years, and I think I have about 40 or 50 songs that have been inspired by her now, so I've got her beat. So now that that's out of the way, let's get into what's going on between the road manager and I. We're gonna have to get into some fisticuffs with this kitty cat if she doesn't behave herself. No, I'm just kidding. I always used to joke around, you know, Hannah, of course, is our kitty cat that travels with us. And of course, now y'all know the security guard down here who is sleeping on the job again. To his credit, he's sleeping in front of the camper door, so he's kind of still doing his job. But he's being lazy about it, that's all.
He had a very interactive day, though, so.
He had a super, super fun day today. We took him to a park, and there was a big, huge dog park area. He met a bunch of other dogs, and he got to go out twice and even just run to the point where he was exhausted. It was 90 degrees out in Texas heat today. And so he got hot and sat and rested, and then would play some more, and then sat and rested. And then we went back in and had a bite to eat, and then he got to come back out and do it again. So I'm thinking, this boy's gonna sleep all night. So back to Hannah, though. She's our little rescue kitty cat. She is toothless and green-eyed, so Martha always likes to point out that it was a few weeks into having her from when we rescued her from the shelter that we have Toothless the dragon. And she looks just like Toothless the dragon, actually, except that she's a cat. But she has been designated our road manager for a very important reason. While Rascal is security and kind of keeps an eye on things for us and lets us know when people are coming close and things like that, Hannah has the uncanny ability to remind us when it is time to get up, go use the bathroom, get something to eat, have a snack, have milk, take a nap, playtime, and go back to sleep again.
Breakfast.
And bed. Now, I'm not going to get into each meal because she eats like 4 or 5 times a day if it's nice weather. If it's hot, she won't eat during the day much. If it's cold, she'll eat more. But because she kind of keeps us on a schedule, even when our schedule is crazy, She's the one who, I'm driving after a show trying to get down the road. So we have a 4-hour drive between shows on a Friday, from a Friday night to a Saturday night show. I'll try to drive 2 hours into the evening. Well, if it was a late show and I didn't get done till 11 and I'm torn down by 12 and on the road by 12:30, and then you drive another 2 hours, it's 2:30 or 3 in the morning before you stop to be able to camp for the night, right? She's the one who comes up to the driver's seat and looks at me like this. Dude, stop driving. We're supposed to be sleeping.
Well, she does a reach up thing to you and then gets in your lap.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's got all kinds of signals for me. She'll reach up on my leg like, we're supposed to be sleeping now. Stop driving. The one time we hit this one road, I think it was in Tennessee. I think it was Copper Hill.
It was getting into Tennessee. It was from Georgia to Tennessee.
Well, it basically was like riding a bucking bronco, which is why we started calling the camper Rufus, because he's like a big bull. When he hits those bumps, it's just a boom, boom, boom. And I had to slow down, like just 45 miles an hour. The road was so bumpy. She came up to the front and looked at me like, will you stop that?
It was early on with Rufus where she still wasn't 100%.
We both just died laughing because you could see it in her body language, like, will you just stop that already?
I wish I could have caught that on.
Like I can stop the road from being bumpy, right?
Yeah.
It was a classic Hannah moment. Well, anyway, so for the longest time, I would joke around, you know, she's always napping during the day and then napping at night and napping in early daytime and, you know, taking a nap after a meal and taking a nap after playing.
She's
for a
an
little bit.
opportunist anytime you take a nap or I take a nap. So.
Oh man, she snuggles right in. Yeah, she's always looking for snuggle time. So I would joke around, hey, get a job, okay? Well, Martha had the bright idea of creating a TikTok account for her. And kind of posting stuff about her being the road manager and, you know, being on the road with a musical act.
She also has YouTube, but I've been focused on TikTok first.
So she has a YouTube channel as well, but mostly the TikTok. And basically, you know, keeping her humans in line, things like that. Well, turns out Hannah has more followers now than Blakgraz. Blakgraz has hit around 7 something, right?
Last I saw was like 715. She's last I saw 1,050. So
and
she can be monetized, but Blakgraz can't.
Bam, like that. She went to 1,000. But because, I mean, come on.
She's a cute kitty cat.
I am guilty of the same thing. I love videos of cute puppies and cute kittens. I can't get enough of cats and dogs and horses too. Actually, they're so funny. There's the funny ones. There's the cute ones. So it all makes sense, right? And I'm only just a little bit jealous that she hit 1,000 so fast, but I shouldn't be surprised. She is adorable, and it's probably, in all seriousness, she has to be the most grateful and appreciative cat I have ever known. I've had dogs who were appreciative because they're just usually really thankful that you let them be part of the pack.
That's how he's starting to be more.
Yeah, he's actually starting to finally form a bond with us, which is really nice. In fact, that's part of what happened today. Yeah. At the dog park, he was kind of getting bombarded by several dogs at once, and he sought out Martha to protect him and keep him feeling safe, which was a good sign.
Yeah.
So the bond is starting there. But with Hannah, she has always been not just gentle, because he's gentle too, but really gracious, graceful.
Except for those few moments when she jumps.
Well, you know, it's slippery surfaces. Yeah. Everybody has trouble with that occasionally. But she's always been this really, almost like an old soul.
Yeah.
And she appreciates all the good things that we give to her.
Every meal,
every chin scratch. Like if y'all have seen the videos of me driving down the road with her in my lap, she likes it. This is her thing now, especially with him stomping around on the floor. She likes to get up higher. She loves to sit in my lap while I'm driving, and I'll know when she wants the chin scratch because she'll tilt her head way back. Dad, you can scratch my chin now. Go ahead. Okay, right now. And so for the next, 15, 20 minutes, I've got to drive and scratch her chin at the same time. You know, it's the, oh, you didn't get your daily chin scratches. I see. Apologies. My apologies. Today, she didn't get on my lap because it was hot and it was 90 degrees outside and kind of warm in the cabin as we were driving. But
she'll get her fill once we go to bed.
Oh, yeah. The point being, though, she has always been such an easy cat to integrate into our lives. And it was funny too. The first time we got her from the shelter, it was only like a week or so in. I don't know how exactly long, but Martha started feeding her really good food. I don't know if y'all have cats or dogs. If you do, if you don't know, but raw meat is really good for these animals. She started feeding her not just raw meat though. She was giving her bone broth too, and her body was responding when it was almost like she realized, oh, you mean if I tell you that I'm still hungry, you'll actually feed me? So she started developing, like we're working on communication signals with him, right? Which is what you do with the new animal. You learn to communicate. Well, she would come in and communicate and rub up and, hey, can I have more? And so Martha just kept, one time in particular,
like
Martha
4 or 5 times,
kept feeding her, and her body just was like, yes, this is what we've been looking for. Because when she was in the shelter, they were giving her mashed up and dried cat food with water to turn it into gruel, and there's no nutrition in that crap, and on top of all the fillers and all the bad chemicals that are in cat foods.
And then they had to water it down because her teeth, she had none.
Right, she has no teeth because when she was in the shelter, they said she got a really bad ear infection, so they took out her teeth. How does that connect? I'm not sure. I just know that they say ear, nose, throat doctors, but teeth, why? Teeth. And she still had the infection. She had it on her paws, she had it in her ears. It took us almost a year to get the infection to go away in her paws too. We were constantly treating her paws. But we did. We overcame it and we finally got her system back. In fact, she grew at least a third from when we first got her. In length. Yeah, not just width, not from scrawny bones to, shelter, no nutrition food cat, right? No whiskers. She had one whisker, right?
And they guessed that she was about 6 or 7 years old.
She went from completely malnutritioned, teeth stripped out and full of infection, to now she's a third longer, shiny black coat. We've been giving her raw egg too, and her coat has just gotten so shiny. And then face full of whiskers, and whiskers on her paws where she's supposed to be. All these nice places for her to be able to sense energy, and help with the energetic work as the road manager. So I am not surprised and I'm not jealous. In fact, I'm extremely excited that Hannah might actually be able to start helping bring home the bacon a little bit. Now, if
Rufus needs some fixing.
He needs some fixing, and she now has a brother, and so we need a little bit of extra income to be able to cover his raw meat. This guy eats a little bit more than the tiny little cat, but it's awesome because they're finally getting along. So if you haven't checked out Hannah's site, Hannah's TikTok and her YouTube, make sure you check the links down below. Go become a fan, subscribe. She's going to have all kinds of funny videos that go up and stuff that has behind the scenes with her and her perspective of being on tour and snuggling with us and talking about what we're doing and stuff like that.
Rascal has a TikTok, but he'll be part of her YouTube. So she's the furry road manager, he's the furry security guard on Instagram. But
when you say the furry, I'm like, oh gosh.
I know, right? Well, but they are furry.
Yeah.
But,
we're gonna appropriate that back.
Yeah. And then she's for the YouTube. It's just hers. I don't have the time to try to do a separate.
We barely every day. Now, this is not a complaint. We signed up for this, and I love it because we are so focused and we are making headway. Man, like nobody's business. There is never a free moment.
Or a dull moment.
There's never a dull moment, that's for sure. I mean, we're not getting any sleep now. He's up at all crazy hours.
No, you get to sleep. I get up and I come back to bed.
Well, you get up and then I'll get up and then I'll take him and you'll take him and we take turns, and it's basically
like having a kid.
Bringing in a new toddler, the 2-year-old, right, and getting to know them, getting to know their needs and their patterns, and getting them to know what we do. And of course, we're throwing curveballs at him every day, so he's got to learn to adapt really fast. But back to Hannah, she's got it all down. And that's another great thing about her. She has the rhythm in Rufus and the travel down already. She's done 1.5 years with us on the road. Almost 2. So he's been watching her and seeing how she responds, and that has been bringing Rascal a lot of peace too. So I'll leave it there though. Make sure you check out the links down below for their YouTube channel, his TikTok, and Hannah's TikTok, and go become fans. It's so cute, some of the videos that Martha's putting up there, and they are wonderful, wonderful animals. We are honored and privileged to be friends and stewards of this
guardians
of this amazing cat and this amazing dog. We're blessed to have them, and we're blessed to have y'all as subscribers and watching our videos and fans and listening to the music and just seeing what we're doing. It's pretty incredible how things are growing right now.
Well, Hannah's that important where she's got her cat toy in one of the songs.
Oh yeah, and Lady Pearl. Listen to Lady Pearl, and that the jingling you'll hear lightly panning back and forth if you're in headphones. That's a Hannah toy from early on, and that was Martha's idea to put that in there. So all right, y'all, that's it for now on Hannah outpacing Blakgraz in fans on TikTok. The furry road manager is on fire, baby. So make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the links down below. Make sure you like and subscribe with them on TikTok and YouTube. And please do us a huge favor. We got CDs for sale, merch for sale. Come to a show and get a handmade t-shirt or emotional support beverage koozies. And even better, I look forward to being able to look you in the eye, say thank you, and shake your hand. See you then.